everybody. Happy Wednesday. It feels like it's later in the week for some reason. I'm kind of like operating a day ahead. It's so nice to see everybody. I see some new members. Let me say hello to them. Hunter Hughes, welcome. You have your mask on in your picture. That's awesome. And let's see. I think there was one other person. Let me see if there's still. Oh, yeah. Noah Hutchins. Thank you so much for joining. I think it's funny you guys have the Wells there. Oh, Katie Bristol. Katie Bristol, I believe you're back, right? That name's familiar to me. If you join during a live stream, you'll get a shout out during the stream. And then, of course, at the end of the stream, there is a, hey, Devin Ewell. At the end of every stream, there's a 10-minute Ask Me Anything section, as well as a couple of shout outs. Hey, Robbie Man. Hey, Kyle Leonard. So we have some really good stories yet again today. Hey, Javier. Nom de Dieu. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I like your photo too. So we have some really great topics to cover today. Hey, Rick Alvarado. It's nice to see everybody getting in here right at the beginning. And so then, of course, again, as I said at the end, we'll do an Ask Me Anything. I watched WandaVision this morning, the first 3 episodes. Very excited to get those screeners. My review will go up tomorrow at 12 noon when the embargo lifts, Eastern Standard Time. And then on Friday, I will have my spoiler review ready for you as soon as you watch the show. The first 2, though, are only dropping for the public on Friday. And then the 3rd episode will be a week from Friday. All right, I can't talk to you about it until tomorrow. I tweeted about it a little bit. I'm very excited, though, to discuss it with you. A lot of clues in there, actually, if you look closely. I'm pretty excited. All right, I wasn't sure it would be a good spoiler show for spoiler discussions, but it is. But don't get too ahead of yourself. It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. Hey, Brady guy. All right, so let's get to today's 3 stories of the day. And then, of course, again, as I said, you can ask me anything that you would like. Is the volume low? It should be fine now. Hey, Trevor Person. Trevor Person. Blonde hair. Nice. All right. So, let's see. Story number 1. Boop. So, the Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp saga continues. So, yes, someone was like, make sure you mention that Amber Heard didn't pay all the money she said she would to charity. All right, I will. She didn't pay all of the money to charity. She paid them a couple of $1 million, but not the full $1 million. She said she was going to give the entire divorce settlement to charity, and it seems she's only given half of it. Hey, Marvelous Jack 93. That's not great, especially because it makes it look like she is benefiting from the divorce. But, you know, I think she's about to hit Johnny Depp back real badly. So this is what happened today. Now, I have to also say, I don't know if anyone's advising Johnny Depp legally, but this, you know, it's sad to see someone get beat up like this. So, Depp and Heard, by the way, are suing each other now for defamation in the United States. And that means that they're saying that they've hurt each other's reputation. So he sued her first, and then she countersued him and said, no, you hurt me, and I wasn't going to sue you till you sued me. Hey, Christian Gomez. So now they have to prove, I'm tired of it too, Madeline. That's basically my summary of this. I wish they would both just stop and get back to their careers. I think that Johnny Depp is ruining his career with this, quite frankly. So anyway, they have to prove, you know, that what the other one said was, what they said about each other is true. They have to say, I didn't make something up about you. I told the truth. So today, Amber Heard said and put out subpoenas to the LAPD, which she called numerous times on Depp, although I don't know how helpful that's going to be to her, because from what I recall, the LAPD and any police that she's ever called have said that they didn't feel that she was being abused in their police reports. So I don't think that's going to help her. But something that probably will help her is that she's also going to be sending a subpoena to Disney. Top story on Deadline right now. And that's that she wants all of the documents from the production of Dead Men Tell No Tales. You know, the logs, all the communication, all the email, anything that had to do with Johnny Depp. Now, you don't have to look at the logs for that movie. You just have to watch it. In fact, in my review for Dead Men Tell No Tales, the last Pirates movie, I said that I felt that it was sad that he was basically being propped up there, and he clearly needed to go to rehab. He just clearly was not well in the movie itself. But we've also at this point heard some really bad stories, right? We know for a fact that Pirates of the Caribbean was delayed, that movie filming, for 2 weeks because he had to fly back to the United States to get his finger fixed after that, very well-known incident at this point. That cost about $5 million because it was $350,000 a day. But then also, he's had other issues. For instance, even on another set, he's known for punching a crew member while drunk. So what's going on is that right now it's he said, she said. So Amber Heard has decided to have Disney's documents, their documents for the film, point out that Depp's behavior was problematic. And if he would punch a crew member when he was drunk on set in front of everybody, what might he do behind closed doors with his wife? So it's bad. It's bad. It's bad for Amber Heard. I mean, it's not great. I mean, I think she's unfortunately doing I don't know. I think she's doing a very good job defending herself, and I think that, as I've said many times, I believe they were both at fault on this, and I just kind of want them both to just walk away because I think they're both at fault. I don't think either one is a saint, but I don't think either one is, totally to blame. So I think this is going to hurt Johnny Depp a lot. Hey, Taylor Christensen. And I think it's going to hurt the Pirates franchise. There was a point where he might have been able to come back to that. There was a point that I think, probably could have stayed on Fantastic Beasts. And I think also, I know that Holden said you should recast Amber Heard, but the more that she brings stuff like this up, the harder it is to do that because you would be getting rid of someone who was in an abusive relationship. And she's doing a very good job proving that, unfortunately, for Depp. So it's a really bad, it's a bad situation. I think, as I said, that I believe both of them. And I think they're probably both exaggerating a little bit. I think, it's just a very bad situation. When Johnny Depp first married Amber Heard, I said this was going to go poorly. And people in his circle said that they felt that it was going to go poorly, but they didn't feel they could tell him. And so, I think people always need someone in their life who will tell them the truth. And I wish someone had said, this is a really bad idea. I'm not saying he would have listened to that person, but maybe that would have been helpful. I think Aquaman 2, as I told you before, Aquaman 2 is being structured so that her role can be increased or decreased depending on how they feel. But they're very happy with Amber Heard. I think that most of us are very happy with Amber Heard in that film. She was a fabulous Mira. She shot additional footage for the Snyder Cut. She's very much Mira, not only in the past, but currently. And also, I told you they're working on this Mira spin-off show. And I have to say, based on the movie, I would be interested in a Mira HBO Max show. If it weren't for this drama, I would be into it. And how many, I know there are a lot of people who are like, they'll never watch it, but what if it looks good? I just think it's a bad situation. I really wish that they would drop these cases. I just think it's not good for anyone involved, even, on the outskirts of it. It's just a bad situation for everyone. And I don't see a situation that's going to work out for everyone. Hey, Jove Tooley M. I will say that I wish that Amber Heard would pay off the rest of it. I wish she'd just pay the rest of the money that she said she would. And I wish Johnny Depp would drop the lawsuits. I mean, he did lose all his money, but it's gone. He's not going to get it back suing Amber Heard. He's going to get it back by working. And his lawsuits are keeping him from being able to work. So I'm curious, how many of you would continue to fight or how many of you would drop it? So just in the comments, we'll do like a casual thing. Just write down if you would fight or if you would drop it. Madeline's very in the drop it category. A lot of drop it's. Let's see. I'm waiting to see if I see a fight. Pretty much everyone thinks it should be dropped. Oh, I see one fight from Joseph. Joseph, you want to fight it? That's funny. I wouldn't think that you would. That's funny. But most everybody feels that it should be dropped. It's just not going to go. I really wish that he would. Although we have one more fight, Brandon the Beldam. And so is John Wick. Hey, Rodney Ponce de Leon. That's great. I don't know if that's your real name or not, but that's fabulous. Lucas is on Team Amber. He says fight Amber. Well, Amber didn't start this fight. I want to make it clear. Amber Heard has only been responsive in these legal situations. She only fought back once he sued her in the UK. Oh, well, he sued the paper, the Sun, and then she had to be involved. And she only countersued once he sued her first. It is a little like the Ray Fisher situation. The Ray Fisher situation, though, is very I wish these people would come to conclusions. it's really tough. You don't want to see anyone get wronged. But at a certain point, you have to ask, how much you're hurting yourself rather than who you're trying to take care of. It's difficult. This is why you should have a good lawyer. Lawyers are expensive, but they're worth it in the end. Especially these people, they should have very good legal representation. All right, so that's the first story of the day. Pretty much everyone on the face of the earth thinks he should drop it, but he's not going to, which is sad. All right, so story number 2. Hold on. Boop. All right, so the very day after the Indiana Jones video game announcement today, Lucasfilm was like, and now Star Wars. Now, Ubisoft, am I pronouncing that correctly? I used to say Ubisoft. Or is it Ubisoft? How do you pronounce it? It's like a European word. It's like Ubisoft or something. Just waiting for you guys to catch up to me. You're still booping. Ubisoft, that's what it is. Thank you. So this is Ubisoft, I believe a French company. And I think they're pretty good in games, right? I don't think they're like the creme de la creme of video game developers, but they're good. So they today announced that they're going to be working on a Star Wars game, which is going to have an immersive world, which reminded me immediately of the Old Republic. When I made my recent Star Wars timeline video, which I thought was delightful, a lot of you hardcore Star Wars fans were like, I don't care, where is the Old Republic? And I was like, what's the Old Republic? So I had to go look it up, and I saw that it really came to light in a very popular multiplayer game from like a long time ago. And I was like, oh, cool. So apparently that worked out real great. That worked out real good. So I thought it was interesting they're deciding to do another one where you can lose yourself in the world of Star Wars and go say hi to other people and be like, what's up? I'm in Star Wars too. So that seems to be the type of game that they want to make. But what interested me even more is that in Star Wars announcement, they were like, click here. By the way, this Star Wars graphic has little blue stars on it, which you can't tell because it's poorly designed. If I shrink a graphic down, I should still be able to see the sparkling stars in the background. But instead, it just looks like a black background. So I thought that was a little bit ridiculous. But anyway, if you clicked on the document, they said, come over to the Star Wars website. And I did. And they said, we're calling this the Big Bang of Star Wars video games, where we're inviting all video game developers to pitch us a Star Wars project. And I'm like, part of me is like, well, that's pretty exciting for the video game community and also shows how important video games are right now. But you guys can see the stars? Well, then that's good. Let me see if I make it a little bit bigger on my end. Because, maybe if you have it on a big screen. Thanks for watching me on a big screen. I have it on I can't see them at all. I can't see them. But anyway, Ubisoft apparently does Assassin's Creed. They're supposed to make movies too, but the Assassin's Creed movie did not turn out. So James Bond is getting a video game. That's right, Sean. Which is very exciting. I think we just got a new member. Why don't I see that person? Or maybe it just disappeared on the top. All right, so anyway, I think that maybe it's a little bit too many Star Wars games. I think they should be careful about overexposure. They're like, oh, we have like a gabillion Disney Plus shows, and we have like a gabillion video games. I'm like, make one really good video game, and then maybe make like a really good like all ages game, like Emoji Blitz. Does anyone play Emoji Blitz or something like that? Like a mindless game that you can just play for fun. That's kind of what I would suggest. There aren't that many out there now, not your Nico. I'm talking about the fact that, Lucasfilm has said, we want tons of pitches because we want to just blow this up. They're calling it the Big Bang. And when the Big Bang, the whole point of the Big Bang is it was this small thing where it exploded and created the universe. So that to me says lots of games. So let's see. I'll be curious to see what happens. But I think they should be careful not to have too many games. Although, let's see. It takes a very long time for games to come out, so they might be hedging their bets. I mean, just yesterday, the Lucasfilm, the Indiana Jones game, they were like, we have no idea when it's coming out, but get excited. So I think that might be part of it as well. So who here is interested in a Star Wars video game? Although I do like a game where I could fight with a lightsaber in... you're supposed to be able to do that in real life at the Star Wars Hotel whenever that opens. Josh Loves Movies says, I want to play as Baby Yoda. That's right, Bruno. Hogwarts Legacy is... Oh, they just got delayed? Oh, that sucks. Oh, So I see a mix of people being in both ways. That's interesting. That's a mix. But I think a Star Wars game, if well done, if it was like Assassin's Creed, I think it would do very well. So we'll see what happens. We'll see who, and also I'm curious to see who else gets picked up. Let's see who else can come up with a good pitch for Lucasfilm. And they said, you pitch the game, our story team will help you develop it. So they're really willing to work with people. They really hung out the come on in sign, which I thought was fascinating. All right, so that's the second story of the day. The third story of the day, boom, baby. The third story of the day, I would love an Ahsoka game, Logan. That would be wonderful. All right, the third story of the day is, you see this individual? This is May Calamawy, and she has just been cast in Moon Knight. And apparently Oscar Isaac is Moon Knight. This is going to be like that stupid She-Hulk situation all over again. Like, no, I swear I'm not the character. Oh, I am. So, yes. So, Oscar Isaac is Moon Knight. Everybody's saying it. And now he has a co-star, right? They've been putting directors in here over the past few weeks. And now they have another actor. Now, she's from Rami, as many of you are saying, on Hulu, which is about to start season 3. And that show really got a lot of people's radars because it became very awards friendly. And it even won an award. It won the Golden Globe for Rami Youssef, who's probably like, why the hell aren't I on Moon Knight? It's my show. I didn't start this show to give May Calamawy a career, but yay. I'm sure that's how it feels right now. But yeah, so he won the Golden Globe, and also the show received a number of Emmy nominations as well, but it didn't win in any of the categories. But that's still very impressive. It's a show about Muslim Americans. So May Calamawy, that's right. Rami Youssef can call up Alison Brie. Who is the one? Was it Rami Youssef? Who had that fun little video about what happens if you don't win the award at the Emmys and the person just walks away? Like they're standing there with an Emmy and then they walk away if you don't win? I think that was him, right? I thought that was pretty funny. That was one of my favorite parts of the Emmys, to see that. Because that really twisted the knife, that you had to see, yeah, it was him, that you had to see the Emmy like walk away and be like, and that person was like, sorry. So funny. It was so funny. All right, so hopefully he'll get something too. But anyway, on the show, it already has a male lead. I'm sure Rami Youssef is like, why aren't I Moon Knight? I'm actually from I actually have Middle Eastern heritage. Now, Roy said, who's she playing? Nobody knows who she's playing. Nobody knows anything about this show because it's not at all like the comic, it seems. So she plays the sister on Rami, but on Moon Knight, we don't know who she's playing. Now, it seems to me like they're focusing more on the Egyptian god portion of the show, of the comic, of the character, than the Jewish hero. I mean, Israel is in the Middle East, so that could be a factor. I'll be very curious to see what they're doing here, but it's almost all Middle Eastern talent, which mimics Ms. Marvel a little bit. And, Ms. Marvel has come under fire for casting that's not correct. And so far, Moon Knight hasn't, but I think that's because nobody knows what characters anybody's playing. But you got to be really careful on this stuff. Although Oscar Isaac, some of you have pointed out, has played Middle Eastern and Israeli characters before, but that was a few years ago. Things are changing fast about what's acceptable in 2021 and 2020, right? So moving very quickly as to what's okay. So I'm not sure if it's okay for Oscar Isaac to play this role. And you know what? It's not up to me to decide. It's up to these communities. So we'll see what they choose. So anyway, I'm very curious to see how the show is being put together. I think that shows that are based on Middle Eastern stories and are made sometimes in the Middle East have done very well on streaming in the past few years, which might have signaled Kevin Feige's decision to put this in this space. There's been shows on Netflix, there's been shows on Apple TV, there have been Israeli shows, and there have been shows like this that have been redone. For instance, Homeland was originally a Israeli show. So I think this is very cool. I'm very interested in Moon Knight, and I do really appreciate the representation. I think it's great. I think it's very important. Although Oliver Jackson Cohen is very sad, Brad McDonald. He's like, I'm actually an Egyptian Jewish person, and I didn't get to play the Egyptian Jewish character. It's pretty weird. But he's not as big a name as Oscar. I do love Oscar Isaac. I mean, no one can complain about Oscar. Oh, let's see if anyone can complain about Oscar Isaac. But again, I said it's not up to anyone to decide but those communities. They have to. So that's why you should always have someone from those communities as an advisor on your show. Because Kevin Feige don't know. Kevin Feige is, a white person with red hair. He don't know. So, very interesting. What do you guys think? How do you think Moon Knight's shaping up? Logan says, is Oscar Isaac too big for Disney Plus? I don't think he is. Oscar Isaac's actually never been in a successful film where he was a major component of it. I mean, he's very small in the Star Wars movies. Rainbow Nomad says, I'm just excited to see Moon Knight in live action. Yeah, I think not all of us are that sure. He does have hair, Cesar Coronado. I think a lot of us aren't quite sure. Hey, Cinema Gorilla, welcome back. I think a lot of us aren't quite sure. You know, Mina Massoud should be on this show, given by Gabriel. Why can't he get any work? God damn it. We'll see. So, I heard Naomi Scott, by the way, was not only up for Obi-Wan, speaking of Aladdin. Hey, Aurelius Petit Frere. That's a great name. I don't know what I just said, but it's I know Petit Frere is something. From my French lessons that didn't go very well. But anyway, Naomi Scott's not only up, I heard, for Obi-Wan, but also for Aquaman 2, which is crazy. Just crazy that she's up for so much stuff. But she was that good as Jasmine. Although, why won't anybody call Mina Massoud? God damn it. But we'll see who gets the Aquaman 2 second female part. But I would love Naomi Scott. They have, I also heard that the actress from The Undoing, who was Hugh Grant's mistress, is up for that. And that was a pretty adult role. I don't know if she would be a good fit with Aquaman 2. So we'll see. And of course, this person also has to match with Amber Heard. Very curious. But they are casting that. So we should be getting, Aquaman's going to begin filming pretty soon. So we should get some announcements. I heard they're casting a bunch of roles. So I'm very, very excited to see, who gets confirmed. Very exciting. I'm sorry, you guys. Amber Heard's going to be in this movie. I feel bad for you because you want it so badly not to happen. But I think it's going to happen. All right. So those are the 3 stories of the day and a little tea thrown in there. It is 5:29. You can ask me anything you'd like until 5:39. And then I'm going to try and get my Batwoman review up this evening. Batwoman, I watched it last night. Mika says, well, WandaVision anger people. You know, I don't know. I never dreamed. I knew people would be disappointed in Wonder Woman. I knew it would have a little bit of a problem, but I never guessed that it would have that level of a blowback. So let's see. I think after episode 3, I would be shocked if anybody had a problem with it, but it's going to be a little bit of a slow debut. Dana, I was just talking about my WandaVision screeners. I got them this morning. And I've already filmed my review. It'll be ready to go at noon tomorrow. I'm not sure when Black Adam starts filming. It's been pushed back, as you know, and it doesn't have a release date at the moment. And Dwayne Johnson's awfully busy. So sometime soon. I heard Dwayne Johnson is so busy that sometimes he can't even show up to set even though he's supposed to. Like, that's how busy he is. Like, he is stretched thin. But he's making it work. He's making it work. He has the most followers of, like, anyone on the face of the earth. His brand is amazing. He has so many side businesses. I always tell you to diversify your portfolio. And he's got ice cream. He's got all kinds of, he's got his obvious tequila brand. I mean, he's got tons of stuff. Do I have any comics today that I bought? Yeah, I bought Future State's going to make me go broke, man. It's so many comics. I'm like, too many comics. And then today, what did I buy today? I'll read off to you what I bought today. Hold on. Let me go find my email. I bought 2 Betty's and Veronica's and the Betty and Veronica special. Let's see here. I bought 2 Betty and Veronica's. Why is there only one on my list? I bought Marauders. I bought the second issue of Sword, even though I haven't read the first issue, unfortunately, but I think I'm going to like it. And then I bought 2 comics that are setting up for Disney Plus. So I'm actually glad you asked me this so that I can tell you to buy it. I bought the Captain America reprint of the U.S. Agent, John Walker, being introduced, who's going to be a big part of Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I was very happy about that. And then I also got the trade paperback reprinting Vision and Scarlet Witch comics from early days. So even though, I mean, we're just getting started with WandaVision, and so I want to read that to just refresh my memory. So those are some pretty good comics. Ashley Grady says, Grace, do you have any hidden talents? Well, I don't know. I mean, I have a comedy improv background, but I mean, I kind of use that in my work. I'm a pretty good cook on some things. I make very good pancakes and French toast and grilled cheese. I'm actually very good with a skillet, basically. I think I'm a pretty good chef, but I don't really cook ever. But when I need to cook, I think I do a good job. Kevin says, what did you think of the future state Yara floor? I thought that the artwork was very good. I liked the going to hell. I thought it was funny that it was an airport, and the little demon that greeted them was adorable. I didn't love that she stole somebody else's money to go on the River Styx. I thought that was kind of uncool. And basically the same problem I have with that person all the time. I don't like that. I think that artist, like DC, often will let an artist write comics. The artist is like, my art's pretty amazing. Shouldn't I get to write a comic? It's always been my dream to write a comic. And almost every time, DC should say no, because Frances Manipool couldn't write comics. And I think this is Joelle Jones, right? She can't write comics. So it's annoying to have such a beautiful character, so well realized visually, but just almost unreadable from a script perspective. Sorry. I'm sorry. But I gotta call them like I sees them. I don't have a pet. I like to go out a lot, which is sad because we have a pandemic and I can't. So that's why I don't have a pet. I'm also a germaphobe, and so I can't stand the dirt. Like if I had a dog and it sat down on the streets of New York, I'd be like, you're free now. Good luck, dog. Boy, it's going. I have this on every 5 minutes. You can put a thing, but I think it's not working. Let's see here. Holden says, Grace, what's for dinner tonight? Tonight I'm going to try. I have to make the shrimp scampi tonight because it goes bad today. Cinema Guerrero says, dogs should be free. Well, I don't know. They're pack animals. I think they like being with people. Joseph says, when's the second Snyder Cut trailer coming? I heard very early February. Like as early in February as you can get was the last I heard. We're going to get new posters too. I'm excited. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, it is really moving. Let's see. Mika says, if Michael Keaton is Batman again, what happens with Vulture? I don't know. I didn't hear that he signed for Spider-Man 3. I don't think he can be in both of them. I heard Morbius was awful, by the way. I heard Morbius was like, I mean, who's surprised? Hey, Disa Marie Helga Dotter. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I heard Morbius was awful, like just so bad. And I'm not, again, I don't think anyone here is shocked. But I feel bad that Michael Keaton's in that movie, which is why I brought it up. It's like Sony, I mean, they just survived with Venom. I'm very excited for Venom 2, though. I think that Andy Serkis is a good director, so I'm excited for him to finally step up like this in a mainstream blockbuster. Let's see here. Oh, so fast. Yeah, William, Jared Leto does need to make better career choices, and so does Tom Holland. I feel bad. Tom Holland's such a sweetheart, but he keeps making like the worst movies, or at least movies that just aren't good. I feel bad for him. Chico says, what's your favorite sitcom decade from WandaVision? Oh, I can't give that away, and I've only seen 3. We have more sitcom decades to go. I really like the black and white sitcoms. I just really love watching I Love Lucy and stuff like that. So that, I mean, they don't do I Love Lucy, but I just think that's very cozy. So I like that. Don't ask many WandaVision questions. You got to watch tomorrow. You're going to get me in trouble. Let's see here. I don't have any MCU X-Men T, Jason, I'm afraid. Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that at the moment. Let's see here. Raphael says, oh, you guys, stop asking me Vision questions. Holden, Cherry was, okay, I'll just tell you. Cherry was, in my opinion, unwatchable. Let's see here. I see you, Joshua. I don't have a favorite book series. I don't read, really. I only read short form content because books take up too much of my time. So I read comic books and magazine articles. And, you know, I really enjoyed reading, like, real life stuff. Like, one of the best books I ever read was How the CIA Was Formed. That was good stuff. I like stuff like that. I can't give anything about the twins. All right, I'll just tell you this about WandaVision. If you are into the twins, based on what I've seen, you will be so happy you will be smiling ear to ear. Don't worry about it. Let's see here. So quick, moving so fast. How fast can I type, Mike? I don't know. I don't really type a lot. I'm just editing mostly. I did finish watching Young Justice Season 3. I thought it was really weak. The animated series. Is that what you're talking about? I thought it was really weak. I thought it was surprisingly weak. I'm surprised it's coming back. But let's see. I hope it's better. Thoughts on Nomadland, says Alex. I thought it was well done, Nomadland, but I felt like it was just I was so against a lot of the things that were decided. I thought it had a really bad ending, and I just kind of felt bad for everyone involved, and I was upset with Jeff Bezos. I was like, Jeff Bezos, you have so much money. Nobody who works for you should live like this. And then I couldn't tell if she liked living that way or not. I think it was a good movie about how damaged people can be. Like, I think I would describe Nomadland as a well-crafted film from a artistic perspective, but it was not at all entertaining to watch. It had no entertainment value. I would say that a lot of the awards films that I've watched this year are not enjoyable to watch from like a fun perspective. Like, it's not a great way to spend your evening. And I kind of feel like, how should that go? I mean, are movies entertainment or are they art? I think that they should be both, quite frankly. So it's tough to decide. Oh, it's 5:39. Time for me to say hi to thank goodness, before you guys ask me any more WandaVision questions. All right, now you may ask me, just tell me what's going on with what's going on with you. You know, if you're eating anything, if you're watching anything, if you're doing anything, just where you are. Mike says, can I do a headstand? I've never even tried to do a handstand, Mike, but I don't think that I could. Caesar says, I got merit on my master's project. Congratulations, Caesar Coronado. Alex DW just baked a cake. That's why late to the stream. Well, that's a darn good reason to be late. What kind of cake? Jabrano is eating some Caesar salad in Toronto. Hocus Focus is having a moment with my super delicious Popeye's chicken sandwich. That sounds tasty. Let's see here. Graham Post is having fish and chips in Toronto. That sounds delicious. Not Your Nico says in Chile, it is hot, and then uses Celsius, so I have no idea how hot that really is. I'm a Fahrenheit individual. I don't understand your weird Celsius degrees. Dancing Dog 60 is waiting for Wegmans groceries in Boston. Awesome. Disa Maria is having chicken salad and sweet potato. That sounds delicious. Stella Jack is drinking tea, sitting on the sofa with my cat Estelle. You paint a nice picture. Let's see here. Bruno is prepping for, where'd it go? Prepping from a history exam tomorrow. Good luck. Jamie Isaac Choice is locked down in Panama. Oh, it's so great to see people all over the world. Only women can go out today. It's crazy. Oh, so that's how you're doing it. That is weird. Let's see here. Kieran says, going to read some comics before going to sleep. That's always fun. That's how I like to do it, too. Let's see here. Logan's going to play some Injustice 2 after work in Dallas. Way to unwind. Love it. Madeline doesn't know what to make in Ohio. You'll figure it out. Oh, Alex made a poppy seed cake. Oh, like an almond cake, right? Those are delicious. I do like a good poppy seed muffin. Brad McDonald said eating eggs and spinach for breakfast in Australia. Good morning to you. Loving that I've been able to make all the live streams this week. I love it too, and I love your emojis. Look at you. You're really, it looks so great. You seem so happy. I like the koala and the Australian flag there specifically. Did anyone see the footage of that koala bear that went into someone's house and climbed onto their Christmas tree? It was super adorable until it bit the guy who tried to take it off from animal control. Carlos Munoz says, eating cookies and cream ice cream. Oh, that sounds delicious. Alex says, yeah, poppy seed and almond. Oh, you know how to cook, Alex. John Kamara is drinking lemonade in Hawaii. Way to rub it in. What else would you drink in Hawaii? That sounds delightful. Ivan saying finishing a grilled fish in Mexico. Oh, that's wonderful. Let's see here. Lena says, I'm going to give Jessica Jones a try, Grace, after the stream. Is it worth it? I think so. I think it's a great show. I particularly loved season 2 with her mom. I thought it was a good show. I loved all the seasons. That and Daredevil were my favorite of the shows. Although I thought Iron Fist season 2 was darn good. It's too bad it got canceled. They all got canceled, but it looks like Daredevil and Jessica Jones will live to go to the MCU. Oh, that's exciting. They deserve it. They really deserve it. Although, if Jessica Jones exists, what does that say about Spider-Woman, who is basically Jessica Jones? We'll see. And will Harry Styles be in Spider-Woman? Hilarious. Joshua Selig said, I had Domino's earlier, falling asleep slowly at the keyboard as the word QWERTY looms large in the UK. That's funny. Stay safe everywhere, everybody. It's not good anywhere. Let's see. That's horrible. It's not good anywhere on the globe. God damn it. DJ Nichols Comedy says, I'm just chilling, not doing too much. Good for you. That's the perfect way to be in the evening or wherever you are. I don't know what time it is where you are. Oh, look at this. Vote Julie M is making pizza in the oven in the Czech Republic. It's almost midnight. Wow, you're like me. You stay up late. You're a night owl. My relatives are from the Czech Republic, by the way. The Czech Republic, Austria, Russia, and Germany. That's where my relatives are from. Oh, it's almost curfew in Montreal, says Kevin. Chico's about to cook a pork dinner with the family. I love it, with the fam. It's good to be sequestered with other people. I'm not. I only see other people, very rarely. Damn it. Let's see. Reverse Warholian. That's fantastic. Have you visited these countries, Grace? I have not. I've never been able to visit them. As for other countries I've been to, I haven't been to too many because when I was little, I just wanted to go to Disney World all the time. My parents were like, you want to go to other countries? And I would be like, I'll go to Epcot. I already live in New York City. I would like to go to Disney World, please. So that's just where I went all the time. So as for other countries I've been to, I've been to Canada, I've been to England, and I've been to France and Italy. And I had a lovely time doing it. Such a good time that I felt that I should have started going earlier. But I did love going to Disney World. I'm a big Disney World fan. I would be like, why would I go on a vacation when that vacation could be to Disney World? I feel like we should allocate all expenses to Disney. That's how I was growing up. Jonathan says, Grace, are you allowed to go outside or do you have to stay inside? I can go outside all the time, but I'm always very careful to wear a mask and to stay away from people. I'm very, very careful. All right, everybody, let me get on that Batwoman review. We have one more stream this week, tomorrow at 4 p.m. I had a great time talking to you. As always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget, the WandaVision review, no spoilers, drops tomorrow at noon. Okay, everybody? Bye. Bye, everyone.